Sremu na chese eba ye mpotempotem ka kasebo mu no a adehye omo ewo wiaso akasa chem se ankobransuo no omo nya samso enu nti abai enhwe na wonye emma won ebreko na mu so na assembly member ba ko akasa e de atudwa se efi eku omo papaapa edomu hia abai no emoa so beba amomo aso ano ensem no ebi eka ho na donhwere ba ko entem no ekuya ajiwa kode mede ba besomo agudi ewum afi ensem no enie Ghana Mashibedwom achi amehene akasa amano di atudwa chechiri mu se eba democracy kabima minka bi ne wiase afa na nya no hawo ne abenedi ekoso enu nti esi etimi hwe ne yetu esa na se yetu anamon na anko ankoje ensemo wode ense wese nada etudwa ebra na Commonwealth Parliamentary Association Conference de etoso aduosiensia no ekoso ewo Ghana Mashibedwom.
And these workshops will delve into crucial topics, particularly relevant to our region, our sub-region, such as security, human rights, the environment, the economy, gender equality, and other cross-cutting issues. The workshop will focus on combating the threat of terrorism to statehood, the role of parliament. You know how relevant this is to the West African sub-region. The CPA Africa region has a very rich history of hosting conferences. So with the 66th CPC in Accra, we're marking 17th occasions that the CPA Africa region has hosted the CPA Conference International. So over 7 days, this conference will unite speakers, parliamentarians, clerks to parliament, some where they refer to them as secretary generals, parliamentary staff, and key stakeholders from 56 national branches, and then 111 sub-national branches across the Commonwealth's 9 geographic regions. We are still using the history of the Commonwealth. Commonwealth, it belongs to all of us. As we talk about democracy, we all see the imperfections. And so these platforms are created for us to dialogue and see how we can eliminate some of these acidic aspects of democracy and make it more beneficial to all. And so we try to include, as he explained, not just small countries, but the minority groups. And now we've even created more space for the youth. So as we gear up to host this remarkable event, let's summon our utmost dedication and commitment, regardless of the rules we assume. Our goal is clear: to transform the 66th CPA conference in Accra into an indelible experience for all attendees. We want to have an event that leaves lasting imprints and fosters profound collaborations among the Commonwealth nations. We want this to be a memorable experience, and we want the attendees and participants to always treasure this occasion and to want to return to Ghana, not only for conferences, but also as tourists to our country.
Edom kuma omrashebedwam afren central for hiemu enam so ama onimonyamfo Isaac Adongo ene kasai wono ene penyina okasa ede ema edom kuma no efa sikasem omrashebedwam omo enante sie nyada ene se aban no enam kotikwane boapayo so ehwe ama National Investment Bank meche NIB adwumako no agu abranka aban no betimi ahwe aso anti aban no onkenya ne ho no wonye bibi no mo makwan ema bank ni mu.
NIB's biggest problem is that it is suffering from capitalization deficit of 2.4 billion Ghana cedis. However, a casual review of NIB's balance sheet does show that a restructuring of the balance sheet alone can produce in excess of 2.75 billion to offset the 2.4 billion and still leave a balance of 350 million Ghana cedis towards recapitalization. What it then means is that if you just look on the balance sheet of NIB and you do what we finance people call restructuring, rearranging the funds and redefining the obligations on the balance sheet alone, you will find that NIB would raise 2.7 billion money that it currently is sitting on. And it has a whole of 2.4. So there will be left 350 million. You are looking for 400 million for a fully recapitalized bank. So the difference of 50 million is difficult to find. We will tell them how to find that 50 million, and we will tell you how this 2.7 billion was realized. Mr. Kenneth Foriata refused to pay contractors that had taken loans from NIB to finance government contracts, and certificates had been raised, and he was not paying. We in the minority agree that we must work together to find a solution to that problem so that we can be compliant with the agreement that Ghana has taken on with the IMF, but at the same time able to produce a strong and viable bank and financial institutions. It is important to note that the strategy that the government is pursuing is to ultimately collapse NIB. Despite the large size of NIB, its wider reach across the country, and its position as a strategic systemic bank.
This is not rocket science. It is meant to strengthen the financial sector. They call it Financial Sector Stabilization Fund. We are saying that $250 million, give $50 million to NIB to capitalize it, and $50 million is $600 million. NIB will be back on its feet. And it will preserve jobs and even employ more. And apart from that, lend to the private sector to grow the economy, to fulfill the mandate that Parliament gave it to them years ago. This is not a rocket science. Again, because of self-interest and incompetence, they are failing to see this. It has taken Honorable Adongo and his team only 3 weeks to be able to identify this. I'm saying that the solution is right here, and we can fix this country.
Kasaye mu no sesia no de o matwo din be 673,000 ene echire enti nipa no matwo mu din no mani so edoso na ekoye so
your registration no ye no enra na ye eda etoso 16 the 16th day of the registration exercise na ye wie ne ya register nipa 673,276 na your registration na baby ya bedru no Ashanti region ni Greater Accra omo na di mu akotene pa na Ashanti region atumi register nipa nko 111,593 ejina oma 16.6%. Ashanti region free one na Greater Accra, but Greater Accra so register nipa 90,099 and also jina oma 13.4%. If we want na Eastern region aba na Central region aba na Northern region so aba registration ya nyina no de toto 2020 ho de a na che regions bi wa omo numbers na ekosro kakra ebi nso de aba form enduwe region bi tisa Ashanti region all those Ashanti region area di kan no de compare ne 2020 na che wa aba form kakra sa na Greater Accra so de toto 2021 Greater Accra so aba form kakra and all region bi tisa Northern region o de toto 2021 na che Northern region wa kona nimpa sa so na voter region Upper East and Upper West. Baby, I bedroom, Chadudu on a register mano edoso che mema ne kakra bi na regions 14 aka ne de ba bia mema ene doso 7561 a ejina oma 1.12% ene ya challenge omo enti mpanifo gusuwa de omo fa process mu ni ehu omo ombe qualify ni omo a omo qualify grand challenge enya si enya ya pese ebe ye free wo se enya de a eboa some midinfo ni na ohwe na ni video no ya di Ghana ni ben wadi 18 a wo be chro ni mfie agu krata so so kwa kokase yi wadi mfie 18 che baby ya duru di obi kura hu obeka se na democracy di asa agro ni edidi ye sha government so ye wadi ye o sha ehia pa se government mia na ni se sika bia na efo hia ye National Identification Authority Professor Tefade na pamfo mu hia ebetumi am obi o qualify bi on be register ni bi aban momodi anse o de ba momo sebe ya ye nyina ye ko register next year obi on register da no okwa ukro Ghana card no de kira Ghana card ne kira se wadi mfie du nwotwe anase wuni mfie du nwotwe na o ye Ghana ni so wa superfe unya Ghana ni so a o superfe na the Electoral Commission can say ye can be say credibility of the voters register yade ehia pa election ayeye nyina no register no say be credible na minim say wo ye party a wani abre party a wo hia say register no be credible nti aban moa oboa na obi anya Ghana card na yenso ye tu sa na mo na ebeboa na Electoral Commission ye dwuma ne nso atumi akọwa
Edinsem atudwawie achirichim nipa matwero mudin ne won no ma challenge wo mofiso munyenye mfinhye du enwotwe 18 years ene bi nso de no nsem kai kakra ewo ho na ebra ensem ne kokoso saa no kwadubo bi fifi baabi eba ye kwa ma no so ne ani twotwoni abedi akire wo NDC amayekonim eye Mustafa Bandi edi enkomo edi afa sa ensem a abato komisa ekaye no eho Mustafa memo akwa baba UTV so awie
ejo so me no aba
about our commissar so far, no nipa watch mudini ye bear 673,000 any actually. No more share ni mu says 700,000 no bet me actual a bromo a beer limited ones at one mono. And then so castle ko baby pe ye fan koran duomo echo na suboni bi ko edema NDC for from Mantemo. Sena mojeno.
Hey, wakasa menu de minti.
Debi on casa and encrofo na kasa me pacho on casa.
Because first of all no Electoral Commission means that the target for registration exercise. Article 42 of Constitution it says that we are already 18 years here until the on Twaba. The Electoral Commission to Mr. Akraha, a bow mutu say they are such a target there 700,000 register penalty hit target. Nanka no more register. Is it a board meeting? Any board meeting? An election, general election. Number 2. Electoral Commission, sa challenge ya omuye. It is systemic. System no, ena stress ase o control within. Nipa or station ho Electoral Commission officer. Political parties no representatives are womo. Inti se womo nyi ntumu a, they will challenge you. Na challenge na se ne se o di further and better particular eba abeka ho. Na wa kire se wo ye Ghana ni ana se with the 18 years. Na the SRD winina committee wo ho a emranate committee that committee no ensanson transfer cases no so na nkofo ne fa better and better particulars number say jumani yenye wie na Electoral Commission be trankran say 7,000 people ya challenge you na omo ya minors and no it is an alarmist propaganda standpoint.
Ebe kasa no wose akrani bi omo pe oba pe na watwe ni age no edi egu paper so na wodi aba
tama ye Ghana police no na Ghana police na ya from e ko bia control eni ntuna emra no a kire se control ni ye he oni ehun se wundi 18 years ayen challenge you ye he se unya Ghana ni a Ashanti region fremufo ni Fulani fo MPP for challenge wo mo ho na so wo mo first lady e ye Fulani ni me ye basari ni you have Togo. But me a general secretary, deputy general secretary of Ghana has say, and two for challenging me say me a Togunia. I said the further and better particulars. In the absence of that, we exercise no. Now one big kind. A press conference there, and untinu minors from India picture ni. That Ben Ghana for ya start to see the picture and actually will be age. Daben and a Ghana has saying, "Yet me show picture one we channel. Oman interested if the Ashanti region, if the Volta region, and if the Central region, and I say MPP for Kamuni Yehu, almost a picture. And as a picture, and also at 7,000 and Kofona, ya challenge you, Omuna, ya miners. Now, the almost challenge you almost some foreigners, so I'm with our infant. Electoral Commission transfer. But my sorry, only so it's you'll be accept you, except to limit. But the way he's behaving, he's not demonstrating intellectuality. 64% of Nkofo a womatro womudino. Womunine use guarantor system. What it means is that without the guarantor system, 64% of the people who have registered would not have gotten the opportunity to register at all. Womunya Ghana for. So what the guarantor system no problem. The same guarantor system and a Ghana for the Ghana card. I said you womukita Ghana card in there. In the enco there is a card with the suspicions there. 7,000 people have been challenged into all of them are minors and political parties. NDC is not registering minors. We will not undertake that. And I will not also engage the Electoral Commission in this kind of rhetoric. One more person, one more day, no more campaigns there because of this, Parliament and passes CI. They should deal with the current challenges with the exercise that is ongoing. Ghana for now, they should pay for it. The Electoral Commission should deal with it and stop trying to shift the blame to innocent people. We are picking people from the villages. Look at the risk involved. Electoral Commission is not thinking about it. And it's thinking about labeling people as minors.
Share BB to say, Mame Jean Mesa last week or Kasaye, and or the two just said, your mo po esia. Nyame Ayadma 2024 continuous registrations ebekoso. Enti ade na yenhwe mano nye no ensi enwie. Ni ehun from sodi abamu ni aka ho asem ebro mu ye yeguso aye kasa ekire.
Na the continuous registration bekoso we should ignore the challenges of the current registration exercise. One Nyansa was asking them. The continuous registration bekoso na Ghana for ekujina line. Na womu ntimi ntro womu din. We should ignore those challenges and be thinking about future events. Which kind of system is she running? Does she think she's running a private company? Why do we subject Ghanaians through the influence of Akufo-Addo and the MPP covertly involved? And subject Ghanaians to this kind of difficulties. And now, it defeats the purpose of logic. Say, Ghana approach that line anymore. They are using guarantor system because they don't have the Ghana card. Government is not giving money to NIA. No one will register Ghana Punina. And you are blaming Ghanaians for not having Ghana card. Ghana card means NIA, any MP before share, Chrono baby, one will register foreigners with the purpose that will be a continuous registration. Now one will decide foreigners about the register.
Now what evidence to that?
Yeah, what evidence? This a woman, maybe a woman almost say, oh, now say Ghana card, foreigner, a client will register. Or China for the do a woman kita Ghana card from her. One does France Ghana for. Now, woman, what is the possibility there? Woman so yetro a dini using the Ghana card, they will not find themselves into the voter register. What is the possibility there? Woman kita Ghana card, meaning all of them are not, most of them are not minors. So we should get into running a credible election. It must start from the commissioners themselves, catching some credibility for themselves. Jim Mensah and Bosman Atari are fast becoming alarmists, and they are becoming a danger to our democracy. And they should stop talking and do their work. You are interested in giving political parties a bad name. You are not interested in correcting the challenges you have created.
Obi subeka sadina nko interest and ase enko direction into na mo kasa sano.
There is nothing. We don't need the Electoral Commission to win 2024. NDC will win the 2024 election. We don't need the Electoral Commission. John Dramani Mahama will not come to power to come and be fighting institutions. He is coming to power to strengthen institutions. So the NDC does not have an objective of corrupting systems in order to win elections. When you know, Nana Akufo-Addo no oye sadi we say e kwan bia so no boni a wadi no okumu ha na obey ma ba omia aba be konkon so say de Ghana fo ntimi hu no boni no anim party no mwesi. That is all they are doing. So the Mensa should stop having meetings with officials of government and coming to impose such, kind of logic on Ghanaians. We will not take it.
Accusation see a who can idiot. I said, dear, when you so be just one with someone who will be a meeting or baby.
The Mensa, who video our party or in another Moko party.
Pacho Debbie.
So if she thinks that I'm lying, she should take an action. I'm saying it to a matter of fact. If she thinks that she's not in bed with Nana Akufo-Addo, she should take an action. Let Jimensa exonerate herself that she doesn't engage meetings with MPP people. And that she's not doing partisan.
Yeah, that's it. You fancy say Brennan Tino. You best have about to be no wedding come. Yani Mustafa Bandinedi and Komo no a Deputy General Secretary at the Emma NDC Amayukuno. Was science and Koya on Suya Koni any Haruna Mohammed Edin Komo. On a situation near the Chile or NPP Amayukunim. Haruna at say. About to come Mr. Friends and Joe Fonshi Mwaka Sadia Tuja says so far so good and Yama 1 year for the effort in Toronto Equay. If we say or more expectations no or more Kokako Juan Sa and John Bedru on more. Send them about to come Mr. Registration away in CCA.
Maybe time it's here with your station. Yes, the Electoral Commission. Omo press conference omo yeye enra omo di affair political parties omo share register minors and advice minors to the registration centers yes MPP for the say MPP it's a political party they believe in the rule of law enra Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia the chairman the general secretary omo koko registration centers Oma aka media for the minors are line every time because the idea everything type of future because passport and after never do we have ever sign of future and the registration of minors MPP as a party we don't like it. Now Ukosha in Dodowa, one of the organizers of the NDC was arrested for the registration of minors. Now, we HSS, NDC, now 18 with him, a yes, particular age man. Me and Minkasa, or Tamale registration center, Tamale Metro. Now, Musa de Bria, now, if you are or 12 years, 14 years, 15 years, most sister reviews a TV station. There's also a documentary and news item on that. Now, one of the girls at Castle already 14 years, about half. 3 days now on the annual registrations now yet and yet challenge and NDC4 now almost put in the registration center and NDC4 almost now yes a particular demand now Usheswa and Kosu ye and Shada and democracy and Koyi
and Haruna Pacho Minchoano, Haruna Minchoano. One we say Ghana has say no, Obu on Moana when ye were your punamia, when ye but in Hususha, and tuition a Pavaka say, any pedi anybody no, Ebia no 40 years, make us no bear 20 years old.
Entina review committee ewo challenge in Baswa, and say over review committee now all the documentation and I said Adam here ever say yes, what age now or challenge you what draw. And I had NDC almost defended the registration of minors. Why said now almost defended the registration of minors. Electoral Commissioner said using the guarantor system, the registration process. All the problems that I work in this registration process, the guarantor system. Now through the 7,000 or money at minors, all is through guarantor system. Now I don't think now, young say, the CI, new CI, no, I bet me a Patana card, and yet the sole source of registration, in our Empire. I don't think that NDC say or would defend that particular registration of minors. In the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, 1992 Constitution, minors are not supposed to register. Now, Electoral Commission Abaka said minors are or registration. Now, any Maya is. It is point of law. It is not out of place. Enti Mustafa Bandi was joining politics no one share because what kasa do na or kasa no one jina facts so because politics is about content. Now uko na uko kasa because we person baby enya sa me dem channel because for yam nyako na in na free stream
Entino modi e dia bato komi say ye bia no mani je ho se obeye ne saa as NPP say party no
as MPP we have issues with the registration. Now issues na here one we have different approach to resolving such issues. And we as MPP we believe say yako IPAC ebitimi aka bibia ebitimi aka na electoral commission betie yako other dialogue platforms are because we have contributed from 1992 to date. MPP is the only political party that contributed to the better management of electoral process in Ghana. It is only MPP. NBC has always said, no alternative, no suggestion, nothing.
Registration no ebra Dr. Bosman Asari Ekasano. Wachire museko Ashanti Regional. Numbers ne swati or they compare 2020 and a greater Accra so swati or they compare 2020 but above voter region in other parts of the country na emuno apija then amobeya ebe appreciate na aboama mwanya de sese mutimi nya registration about komisa per figures no wetimi nya ebeboa election
first and foremost no you better trigger the challenge process obia on ni hose on register no and so you be challenge na you wie ni nyina electoral commission be ba appointing and my the figures say ya na registration no etie but first and foremost no Ashanti region area ye stronghold na numbers na omo kasa no so say abafu and a voter region e akọ so na in terms of percentage e bia endosa and the director of election any omusha say ye on the registration no ye best figures no after na ya analysis of previous no ye comparison na ye interpretation na ibitimi ango say figures no ekuyi na say enkuyi but this is not the last time the registration is ever so because before 2024 election registration paper na ibitimi exercise a strategy in terms of how to mobilize people na mobile registration but remember on Monday registration no be and Saturday be APR figures no etimi afisa
midi wie but assembly na mpese bibisa enipa na modi omu free me ye ekọ mo kotwiro mu din no se bi ekwan wantin na modi omu aba se bebo obetimi atwiro ni din no mu hu se sa nipa no enye se onyagana onya na voters ID card na chenche obeto abade amamo enti ade na munja ma abato komisa no nye na adwuma na MPP ni NDC ni other political parties no munja abato komisa no nye na adwuma na de obetwiro ni din won twiro ni din
Uko kind of Political Parties Act, that's Act 574. Political parties have more responsibility to assist in such matters in terms of registration, any of mobilization for registration. We political parties know, you're stakeholders, now your vested interest. Now, nipa idwa omuye registration. And the registration you cost one political parties, you're pointing up a mobilization now, and here because we start from there. You yourself, political parties, we need political power. We need numbers. The numbers are even a free the registration asset. And yes, a particular name, and yes, Rabia, but you cost to say you contribute our quota in terms of strengthening and building the electoral process. Now, yeah, also so when you say electoral commission, we hear agent from political parties. Now, then, we hear agent because political parties, your biggest interest in terms of who register. And it is very lawful. MPP as a political party and other political parties are because mobilization is key. You compare the Article 42 of the 1992 Constitution, Emma, the Electoral Commission coin, Emma, Nipa Bibia, or one to register coin. Stakeholders. One said it is their right, and responsibility said this is your more registration.
Jo, mo Ebrania da Jenya di Mai Haruna Mohammed. yani penyi pa be de echi awo no chocho de ema NPP amayiko no na yedi nkomo na bre ko nanim no ese ne political scientist ekasa bisa won say update na so obi ewo abamu a de abato komisa be ye bia no ne bojo so one no ofo ane so de obe na so okọ position a aya na one abato komisa no entemo enwo na afesu ye twiro din no a esese die ntina ese ye ntokwa edima other political parties ni nyina no yenya eye political scientist ye ni bedi science we hu nkomo na yeda so awo amanyosemu dia na owura Alan Kodwoche Maten oyobi a no wonya wogina so ewo NPP amayeko ni dim sese wase oni amayeko no to kwanta o mapai na owo mu no wachitaafo bi ewo mfimfiri mantime ne yo makasa ede atodwa se owura Chematen efra amayeko ni mu dia omone no enko emuni ni asem bia na emomu no omdo mutumi nyina ekwa komo mampanya be de akire yewura bawumia.
Here yeah, coordinators for all central region. Now, so parting or yes, yeah. Say you are easy say I don't wait for us or for that. Now, no, yes, so yen too, young carrier cannot do yako. MPP for the sir, MPP member. Ye Juma. Na mwase de yeze boma okoye bia yaye wa hwazan kondo yesore ya miro mami yansa be yetumi zaye
ala ye di ala nechi ye nyinara ye tro ye support e dia ma His Excellency Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia incoming president se ne be ya MPP party ni be ko nanim ye MPP fo ye ntumi ye humfrim na mo ye here resources resources ne mra ne fa nya aduma no because ye ni abre e was say breaking the eight yasema coordinators of Alan ye was central region to dano ye tro ye support na dia mal Haji Mahmoud Bawumia the incoming president one.
Kubase latte a enono ewo Akuapem North mesinimu a ewo apoye mantemu no emu assembly member akasa di atudwa sesese enwura bora efi na afenso niema bia ense fatana yaji hini ewo pomon mo ensemo ni to mu hi aba ne mo a anyesa ya de beti atese ewo pomo
enifo hyehemu no ye siesie krom ebo kwan a company for pomo ne no anoma internet they organize say clean up exercise with the community na no na ayeto nsa frɛ key soup for ni clean mama ene mu nyina se mombra na dwumadi no afe obi amra bi na ye clean up exercise ni sisi krum na krum asisi na boa ma asetanapa ohaw ewo ye importem efi se kan no na nka si tankers for ho no ma oya na se udan achi efi na ye o mekere ba se sa de ni ho bio enti ma ye bre importem obi dan achi ne itam bia na se e bodawu dede kakra obi ate se osisi ompotem na osisi ommanmu na wankasa bia wote na osisi ho eno no na ade a egusu ye ho campaign a ye bo ho dawuri se obi a be sisi ni mpotem
e wo problem kakra e wo aha enso ne ameka kire mani nyina ne se obi anka ne koma enso ne yam asumdwe ene odo na ye hwehwe e wo kroma enti yesre obi anka ne koma enso ne yam na yentwa odwura no na odwura no entimi enye krabehwe
Ejura waso enono ewo enzima estimesinimu atoye mantima asem na mekan na hono mo na adehye no ne UTV edi nkomo akire mu se omumfo ni nyinada no ewo anko bransuo no achi enti so mo de fundoba ne ba ombetwa nsuo no enso samso anase bridge bia ni suntia ya na omo bre papa omo sraba ne so me bibi ewo nsuo ni soma won na omo ntimi nkomra sumdwiem
enti koko etu di bufa adbod motu me fegu ankwanu ese kwa enam goje ye ni nti mi ankasa mi kasa yi 2014 mere for wash winter futu that day na owi because you don't find for ne fa ikodu ajim wewu anti e sha ban amomodene a o sha akobia we ya akobia na da hase na o koso ala na o ko pistia bogoso kuma se na de na anya frɛ na de na ha na etum refa etum akɔ na because of ankobia na enche na bridge nti ni akɔfa bogoso avan eteto sra pa dura ebi asese dura ka sese no yakoko wa ha esi e ade kese o se ayi koko okɔ mama nso bia koko ankwani bi no ho koko na hase no Now so yan che beji weniti omaya kwan no omani ne so abane tesra
adwuma yɛ ni ɛnam kwan na beji na kwan no sinti no ɔmo mutwa no ɔmo bebre ano bebre na yɛ kuafo kokoo na yɛdua na se kokoo no so na se yɛte a yɛ atana se yɛde kɔ depo hɔ a ɛnam beji ne yɛnti ne yɛde kɔ fa akyire se yɛpɛsɛ de fa se nso a aboboto ne so yɛ fa kɔ no etumi butu na gu nsuo nim kabo
si aje ena 4 days o ma be fa body eko kodo eko so nkola na ketekete na mo ko so omuntimi moa nkola na eko so kodo na butuma nkofo man awu o ma ko si o mo no achi a ye face problem pa wo ahase ye sra ban so be ba boa sisi a moto si shamaye o mode be moto yo de be si so na 50 cedis or de ko 50 cedis moto akoya across shame sisi papa ya free moto shamana of gen 10 cedis in and now 20 cedis abaye se me pass over a bridge amaye
Okoko eko obome kwantimpo ne so no ase papa eye 2018 eno mampanyi dada akofo eye mo bepim samre no ensiesie bia enkoso ntiwa wani tua obehu sem potompoto ne nema bia baso a enhyeda enkoyi we enam so ama obema hene eno akasa ati asifom ahwe ama yetutu anwea akoguma omo akasa sempinifo se ekwan no yentwe yani emehwe
afimpinu ene enwotwe ena enka ne ga na mampanyi ne John ajekumkofo kwawu ene obome kwan no opinyin no eyeye ne free 2008 besi na nya de nsisi bia akoso ewo kwan so akokohwete bia kwan wo mu a enso ani na mpinifo so de hia nko aya na akwadwane nti no na ifa opina man otoso miensa kwawu obome hene ene ne mpinifo afo ato ho so wo ye nsisi ewo kwan so na ne nsentwerefo ekasai
empese oye ne bi betu yen ansa na yaka ho asem ti yahu se ese no da bia ye fa so sesi ye save kwan no nti ye de ye kwan no ye save no because 208 kufuo be ye mayen enya maintenance bia e kwan no so edu ba bia na ho ode mba fom ti yahu se ebedi ewu nti ye si akwan no nti na ye ne ya manfo edom ebe abeboa ya save kwan no ye nya engineers de yenye road contractors de na bibi say yetimi save na ansana the relevant authorities are handle it here ye save no de meka akire dom no ye save no na ye kire aban so say ene mpanin say omo aka to omo anim omo ahye bo bebre na soso bo se na emai na ye ntwen ma bo se ne mma ye de ye ba na nya omo meye ni yie mai
make sure say bia atete apansam bia oba be fix why sir ye twen the asphalt na ye wura mo akwata be she na nanom bo ewo 2018 ene ye wura his excellency na do dan kwa akufu ene ni de me say ma fe ne fa akan say we ya na wan fe osia unya no adu eti ye asphalt from fire service, Midday junction up to Empriso traffic lights, all the way to Akosi Kumasi Kwanimu, I need it. A boshe, Nanim say, a mebaso, and ye Kaimura, and I do Danka Kufuado. Only Miss Nakuna Sanametiwa, the Makaimura Makwata, Makaimura. Regional minister said, "Come here, Champo." I said, "Sir, what's your way there?" The same mara.
Yasun wache. Debi aye faso bagru fie na hunam nra ya oya. Nti me kwa assembly ma me wo mpoto imu a. Me kwa me kasa sa MC so adi eche sa.
Debi wa kra utimi etna ka mu. Na o se driver ni nti so ko se e kwan na me do faso no kra mponye. Anka ye kra de anka me consider no mate so. Na kwan na nyintimenti so. Iti anu kra ka homa esi kasam so no wakodwa wo ba kra se be ya. Wodi usika nyina ba bedu fie kwa na ya asem gawa 40 migi ni nyina
say cars ni nyina ha nefa afran praise bidie ka o akese ni nyina ha nefa nti yesra ban bebre
accident see the other road e tibi kwan no cars ni nyina ha na nefa na nhwe se ne ye de aye ti e besra ban na nani mpanya ye omu famu dia ti e besra ban sa ban meso ya sen no mtimi nya kwan mo
Ye jana nanu madi sredie so edi ahome kasiyebo ne so abaye ba bongo di fara wadi agudie sports eba beto asiye basisia.